Yesterday I was talking to our staff about pacifying, and a couple things really quick. One is obviously don't be a jackwagon, right? When you're trying to provide feedback, like very clear, very direct feedback. Don't be a jerk. Don't be an asshole, right? So that's one piece. And then the other part is that if you're a people pleaser, and I've been guilty of this a lot over the years, when you say the shit sandwich, right? When you're like, hey, dude, really glad you're on the team. Here's some areas that you can get better, but I'm glad you're on your team. Like, I think the message gets lost in that. Sometimes nervous laughter. Hey, passive aggressive, right? Sarcasm. I think those are passive aggressive, sarcasm, laughing. Hey, it's okay, but it's okay, and it's going to be okay. And I think those little disclaimers, I think when you give disclaimers, I think I lose the message. That, I think the message gets lost in that. And so I'm really going to work, and I'm going to work with my guys on when you're delivering the message that, somebody, you observe somebody underperforming. I think getting yourself under check, making sure you're not pissed, like any of the extremes, right? You're not really pissed, and you're not going to be passive aggressive. I'm not going to use sarcasm. It's not okay. It's not okay. Everything's not going to be fine, right? You come right in the center of, hey, look, as a leader, my responsibility is to help you be the best version of yourself. Or as a coworker, because I think this can go peer to peer. My guys aren't comfortable doing this, but I think a new employee could be like, hey, I've heard you say, David, that your aspirations are to be this. I just watched you do something that I think contradicts that. I don't think it's a positional responsibility to provide candid feedback, right? And I think we can pacify people in lots of subtle ways. And so this week, I don't know how much time I'll spend on it this entire week, but I think there's so many subtle ways that we actually pacify people. And when you pacify, there's two things that happens. One is the receiver doesn't necessarily hear the message. Hey, it's gonna be okay, right? The shit sandwich type thing, or sarcasm, or anger. A lot of times when you're just pissed, that message gets lost. I think that's one of the pieces to it. And then the other piece is, for the receiver of the information to be receptive and to be open to feedback. So again, like in our company, man, I've been doing this a long time, but in our company, these are building blocks. I was talking to Dakota about it yesterday. It's like, it's not a new initiative. It's a building block, right? We're building on the foundation. And I think delivering candid feedback where you're not pacifying people is really an important leadership skill for us to learn, for me to learn.